2, 1. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here. I am King Williams. I am your host of the Neighborhood Watch podcast. I am here talking to someone who was brought to my attention and what they're doing in the space and related to aiding others and also just making that adjustment to COVID-19. And we have Mrs. Jamie Lackey of Helping Mamas, and she's going to talk about what she's been doing and what the organization is doing. And more importantly, how can you help if you would like to help as well? So Jamie, take it from here.
Yeah, thanks for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Helping Mamas is a baby supply bank. And so during normal operations in normal time, we collect and distribute essential baby items to organizations that serve women and children in need. So if you think about what the food bank does, they collect food and give it to food pantries. We collect baby supplies and give them to social workers, case managers, nurses serving women and children in need. So everything birth to age 12 that you can think of for a child, we collect it and store it in our warehouse, and including period products for females as well. So diapers, wipes, car seats, cribs, all that good stuff, we have it. And during normal times, our social workers, we have over 100 partner agencies. They'll come to our office on a daily basis, and they'll shop for a couple of their clients and then take those items back to their families. We call it shopping, but it's all free. They're able just to come through our warehouse, pick up the items they need, and take them right back to the families they serve.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that's how we normally work, and it's a great system that works well. And then COVID-19 hit, and of course, like everybody, we've all had to pivot and change the way we're operating. And so now we've gone to contactless pickup, and what's happening is we're really just focusing on those high value item needs that families can't find or access right now. So diapers, wipes, period products. And we're also doing some kits and things like that for children, like with stuffed animals and books, so that they have some things to occupy their time while they're at home, and mom and dad can not be stressed all the time with trying to entertain their children. So those are the high value, high in demand need items that we're doing. And so now our social workers are calling us ahead of time, telling us what time they're going to pick up. And we will collect that order, put it together, and put it outside our door, and they come and pick it up. So it's all contactless, but we're still able to meet the need. And we're operating in pairs of one, or a team of one or two, depending on the day and the volume. But there are days we're giving out over 30,000 diapers a day. And that's something we would normally do in a 2 to 3 month time span during normal times. And we're doing it in one day, some days. So it's been insane, the increase in need that we're seeing.
Wait, and are you guys, or you ladies, guys, I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Are you all open 7 days a week, or what is the time?
We're open 5 days. 5 days, Monday through Friday.
Okay, and what time?
We operate from, it depends on the day, but typically right now during these operations, usually between 9 and 3. But during regular hours, we're usually there between 9 and 5 if it's not, COVID time.
Okay, and you guys have been doing so much so far. How has that been just in terms of getting the supply into your organization, not just getting it out?
Yeah, getting it in is definitely the key, and keeping our supply full. And so we're really relying on donations from our community. Like, we had to shut down all of our drop-off sites. We had about 10 to 12 drop-off sites, and they were in retail stores, so obviously those all shut down. And it really hampered at the beginning our ability to get supplies. Right now we have an Amazon wish list that people can go to and send diapers directly to us, and you can find that on our webpage. And then we're also really fortunate to partner with a couple of national networks that can harness large-scale donations. So we were able to get about 280,000 diapers last Monday from the National Diaper Bank Network. And then also our friends at Baby to Baby in Los Angeles sent us about 30,000 diapers the week before. So when you say you're giving out 30,000 diapers a day, it doesn't last long, but it's been a huge help, and it's been able to really help us serve.
Okay, so I know you probably get this question all the time. What does 30,000 diapers actually mean in terms of persons? Like, how many people is that?
Yeah, so it depends on the organization. What we like to tell folks is to give about 50 diapers per child. Sometimes they're having to give less right now, just because even our agencies are seeing such an increase in demand in the number of people. So they're usually doing about 30 diapers, 30 to 50 diapers. So we've served in the last 6 weeks around 10,000 people.
Wow. Okay. And how many is that in a year, like comparatively speaking?
Last year we served 30,000 people in a year, and in 6 weeks we've done almost 10,000.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is actually amazing. So I got to ask then, on your staff and yourself and your staff, how is that for you guys? Because that just seems like an insurmountable demand. Like, how has that been working on you guys, like the toll of it?
Yeah, it's exhausting. I'll be really honest. It's really tough because how we normally operate, we have 4 full-time staff, and then we have Vista members, which are like Peace Corps for the United States.
Okay.
So we have 3 to 4 of those at a time. And so what generally happens is we're doing program development and program building during the day, and we have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers throughout our doors every week, and they're the ones that kind of keep that product intake and outtake going for us. So obviously we've shut down to volunteers, and it's just gone to our staff. So it is physically very exhausting because we're taking shifts and we're going in not every day, so we'll have 2 people in a day because it's just so physically demanding to literally pack and get those diapers set up outside the doors. They just put about 25,000 diapers outside the door this morning. So it is very physically exhausting. So that's why we're kind of doing shifts right now.
Got you. And okay, and I got to ask, I know you have volunteers, but will you guys be willing to take volunteers again in the future, or is that just off the table right now?
Oh, yes. Yes. No, we are watching, like everybody else, what the recommendations are going forward. And I believe what they were saying in the latest guidelines was until June 12th, they're not recommending any crowds larger than 10 people. So our first priority is to get all of our staff back in the building operating and our vistas operating on a regular basis. And that would put us close to 10 people. So I think we'd have to wait till after June in order to bring some of our volunteers back. And of course, that's all dependent on the spread of the virus, any changes that are made, but we're prepared. We've already got masks ready so that through the duration when this happens, if people feel, we're advised to still wear masks, we'll have masks for our volunteers. We have cleaning procedures in place. So we're doing everything on our end. So as soon as we can open the doors to volunteers, we will need them back desperately. So we're super excited, and we're kind of counting those days down until it's safe enough for us to be able to do that.
Okay, let's say somebody like me who's just finding out about this and I want to volunteer. How do I go about signing up as a volunteer?
Sure. So you can either go to our webpage, and there's a spot, it's called Participate, and it'll give you all the instructions. You can call our office, or you can email Demetra directly. She's our volunteer manager, and she does a phenomenal job of getting people signed up. And so she'll walk you through the process. Do you want to come for a couple hours? Do you want to come on a regular basis? What does that look like for you? So she'll walk you through that and get you signed up and ready to go.
Okay, now on the issue of donations, I know you said you're a partner in a larger banking system, but let's say, again, I'm a regular person, I have something I can donate. Do you guys accept them? And if so, how do I donate them?
Sure. So right now, we're only taking diapers, wipes, and like period products and hygiene, like baby lotions and things like that are really critical. And you can drop those off at our front door Monday through Friday. And we'll take those in, or you can go to our Amazon wish list and we have everything ready, and you can click on it and it gets sent straight to us.
Okay, and what's the address, the physical address?
It's 4487 Park Drive, Suite A1, Norcross 30093.
Okay, and speaking of that, I want to ask you a question, which is, again, you probably get this all the time. Is it geographically only located to Gwinnett County, or can people throughout the metro or the state come and receive things?
We serve the entire state.
Oh, wow.
So right when this first started, we had a lot of our agencies from South Georgia come up and were able to receive stuff. Our agencies in Macon have been coming up regularly and still getting supplies. I mean, we serve all the way up North Georgia, Tift County, South Georgia. We serve primarily also in the Metro Atlanta, all the major Metro Atlanta counties and beyond. So we're able to serve the entire state.
Excellent, excellent. And so now I got to ask another question, which is, you guys are doing a really good thing, and it seems as if you guys just could use more love. Is there anything you guys could need from like people outside of like your sphere who can do something for you?
One of the things that we really need you to ask about serving like the whole state and like how we're, that opportunity, we have been desperately looking for a van or a truck to be able to get items out so people don't have to come to us as much, and we can take large quantities out to those rural, hard to reach areas. So anybody that has connections with a van or anything to that nature, that would be a huge help. And the biggest help for us is just really spreading the message and really talking about who we are and what we do so that people know we're here and how to help. Like, we say all the time, 1 in 3 moms has to choose between food and diapers for their children, and public assistance programs like food stamps and WIC don't allow for the purchase of those. So the more we can educate people about that and have the opportunity to talk about it, that's exactly what we look for. And we'd love for people to get involved using their skills and talents. Like right before this happened, we had someone that has a background in marketing, and wanted to know, because she developed some PR pieces for us and some marketing materials. Like, absolutely. So whatever your skill set or talent is, we love to use that and make that happen for us. So get you involved that way.
Okay. And so I got just two more questions. I know you guys are busy and I don't want to take up too much of your time, which is that you guys are doing the work. And one of the things I've been wanting to highlight is people who are doing the work in particular. Let's say, if COVID-19 was over tomorrow, what does that look for your organization going forward?
So I don't anticipate, just because the illness ends doesn't mean the need's going to end. We've had, however many millions of people lose jobs, that's not going away. That's not instantly coming back. We are preparing for a very deep recession, and for the need to continue to grow and spike. And so we are just currently now, almost instead of in a response mode, we're thinking about this as recovery. So we fully anticipate that the need will keep growing and that we'll be able to respond. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Okay. And so the other thing is, you being a leader of an organization, people are always looking to you for just everything, right? So what does that mean right now to be a leader in a time of crisis, in your opinion?
Right now, what it means is that we all have to work together, and we have to be creative, and we have to find ways to serve our community. And it's going to take every last one of us that is a leader and that's a doer, and we're all going to have to work together to respond, because it's not just the families we serve, it's all families. Everybody's hurting right now, and it takes collaboration. And so I really take that very seriously as a leader. And I have to be, you have to lead my team. I have to keep them confident and feeling calm and that we're going to get through this. I have to lead my board. I have to lead our constituents that are supporting us. And then it's also joining forces with all the other nonprofits and all the other incredible organizations out there working together, and finding creative ways to meet these solutions. There's not going to be a one answer, a one way to get us out of this crisis. It's going to take lots of outside thinking and lots of creative thinking and lots of collaborating to get us out of this crisis. Just because if it did end tomorrow, it's not over. And so it's that forward thinking that I'm constantly looking at, and how do we meet that need, and what does that look like? We may not be able to operate the same way we did in the past. We may have to pivot again. It's being creative and constantly being willing to serve and meet the need.
Okay. And is there anything that you would like to mention that we haven't talked about already?
No, I'm just really grateful and thankful for the opportunity to talk and to talk about what we're doing and just educate people about what diaper need is and how they can get involved.
Okay. Oh, I know I've asked you this before. Can you just let people know again how to donate and where to donate?
Yep. So helpingmamas.org, MAMAS is mamas. So helpingmamas.org, and we have a donate page. And then on our homepage, you can find a link to our Amazon wish list.
Okay. And thank you so much. And I want to say I'm really, really rooting for what you guys are doing. It's really a great need, and it's good to hear about stories from people like yourself in the organization, because right now we need to see people in leadership, and we need to see women in leadership in particular serving needs that we didn't know existed. And so I want to say thank you for that once again. And for you guys as well, for anyone else who's listening, I'm King Williams. If you follow the Neighborhood Watch on social media, you can always follow us at Watch the Hood, or if you're following us on YouTube, it is the Neighborhood Watch podcast. Thank you once again for Libby of Healthy Mamas talking today. It's a really great organization. I really hope you guys donate once again. And if you guys want to read more about Helping Mamas, I'm sorry.
Helping Mamas.
Yeah, I was gonna mess that up. And other organizations, you can always make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at iamkingwilliams.substack.com, iamkingwilliams.substack.com. Thank you once again, Libby.
Thank you.
All right.